Hi everyone, so I'm going to talk you through how to take down and defeat the Arendelle wolf boss. It's a pretty cool boss fight. You kind of get warped into this dark zone here, and out of nowhere you get this huge wolf beast to take on. He's pretty ferocious. Hopefully my video is going to help you out as you face it. If it does, drop us a like below. But here we go, going into the fight. Hopefully it should give you more than a few pointers in terms of taking it out. So when it does its charge move, you've just got to keep on moving, roll out of the way, keep moving the camera so you can see where it is, and then when it stands still in the air, you got to get up close and do some damage. So it kind of moves relatively quickly and it starts running into the air, but if you keep firing and you keep hitting attack, then you should track it a little bit to be able to do some damage. Eventually you're going to drop to the ground anyway, and with these it's a good idea to roll, but even then they kind of track you, so just keep on rolling and hope for the best really against its kind of like its dark fire attack. It also has these nasty claws that it does, but if you can get underneath it and just by its chin here, then you can do a huge amount of damage, especially when you hit up things like the mighty hammer. However, when it's in the air, it's kind of more difficult to get in this situation, so you've got to kind of jump up. But you've also got these little wolves that kind of float around to take on. But if you use moves like this one, the mighty avalanche, you might be able to take them out a little bit quicker. But it doesn't really give you too many opportunities or options to fight the wolf itself. It just keeps moving a little bit too quickly. You can do the jump move, try to get it, but you can see it's just not actually getting it at this stage. So you've got to wait for it to be down on the ground to use that attack with any kind of like real impact. So those are its claw moves, and again it's just a bit like you've just got to get out of the way as much as you can, get under its chin and do some damage. And you can see I've taken like 4 of its bars away now. So looking to run around, so just kind of come to the ground. If you jump up and he gets you with the claws, there's not really a great deal you can do. But staying mobile will definitely help you through this phase. Just roll that out. Try to turn to face it and then roll if you possibly can. And then when it comes to the ground, you can get in way more hits. So this is your opportunity to really do some damage. So jump on up and hit it. Now I'm trying to use King's Flare, which is one of the link moves that I've kind of used quite a lot in Arendelle because, as you'd expect, fire does a lot of damage. Now you've got to make sure you do the jump move on the Arendelle wolf boss because he's normally in the air and he's kind of difficult to get to. However, sometimes it's just nothing you can do, like this situation where he just kind of went off and went into this kind of like dark sphere phase of the fight. So there's not really much I could do there, but using up that link move did help me to get to this quicker than I would have done ordinarily, and the link move will definitely come in handy a little bit later on. Now during this phase, you've just got to attack the little wolves and keep moving. What you don't want to do is stay in one place because you'll end up getting rained on with the dark energy from above, and that'll just do too much damage. So just try to stay mobile, hit up your specials, take out as many of them as you can, and keep on looking for your opportunities, which will definitely come later on in the fight. So you can see you can go into this special move that stops this sphere falling on you, and you use the snow monster team up to be able to smash it out of the way. Now you can't actually see it, you can't see the health bar going down during this phase, but it has a fairly big impact on the wolf boss. So you'll see it fall from the sphere, smash into the ground, and even though you can't see its health bar changing, it will use a lot of its health in that process. So you can see, like, I've gone down quite a lot of like its health bars now. So coming up to around about the halfway point, and while it's down in this position, it's a really good opportunity to get in some big hits with the hammer. So just about getting in close enough without taking too much damage. But kind of got stuck behind it a little bit there, but managed to get back in front of it. So doing huge amounts of damage. use your specials. I think this is going to connect. Let's see. Just a little bit. And there you can see it's doing its like tail whip move. And a spinning drop. But the rest of the team are taking the brunt of that for the most part. But it's gone into this phase again, and I'm going to try to focus on the wolf itself, but it's kind of difficult with all the other little ones running around. But if you can get in the air, find out where the wolf's running to, try to get into the air and do some damage, then it can work out pretty well. Although, in all fairness, it didn't massively help me that time. So just kind of spin around, try and find out where it is, try to avoid its slashes. Pretty much jumped into that one, but still taking it down pretty quickly. So that's a move to spin out of the way of. So I managed to spin out of the way of that. So again, just use the dodge to roll out of the way. In a bit of a bad place right now, so just taking a breather away from the main wolf. While Donald fixes me up a little bit with, I think, a potion. Managed to dodge the second swipe there, and it didn't hit me with its third big kind of lunge. Although it did pounce after me. So after all that, you've just got to keep on rolling. So if there's an opportunity to roll, just take it. Keep on rolling, and you should not take anywhere near as much damage as I took. It was a bit of a wasted shield move because it's moving. Okay, it's back on the ground, so getting back in and doing some damage. It's also worth bearing in mind that I've put in some kind of like the meal buffs. So if you're struggling against the Arendelle wolf boss, then definitely give yourself a meal to give yourself a few more kind of like max HPs, max APs, just like max out all of your health as well, just to give yourself a better chance of lasting for as long as possible. So it kind of goes into this phase again, so you've got to kind of like just move, keep away from the dropping dark energy and hit the wolves that kind of come in out of nowhere, and then you'll go into the phase where the snow monster will catch the orb and smash it, and you'll do a huge amount of damage. And by this stage, I think I'm getting quite close to finishing it off. Should just be another couple of minutes before I completely finish the boss. Just got to take out a few of these little like ghost wolves with the hammer. Do a bit of damage. Okay, so you can see Sub-Zero Impact is in play. Just taking out a few more wolves, and then you can just do it. So you have to press the action button to do this move, and then the snow monster gets in there. You do the spinny keyblade, smash it up, do a huge amount of damage on the wolf, and then you're into what should be the kind of like the final little section of this boss fight. So just waiting for it to drop to the ground, and then it's time to get in the final few hits. And I'm going to try to hit up a link move to be able to finish it off. There's 2 bars to go. 1 bar. I think it's actually, when you see 1 bar, there's actually 2 bars. You normally take away its bar. So there we go, down to the final bar. So now, just going to drop down, give myself a chance to finish it off. So I'm going to go with the link move now. You can see it's King's Flare. And this, like when it's down on the ground like this, like previously I went into the Dark Orb phase, which wasted it just a little bit. But this should be a finisher. So it's going to be pretty sweet finishing it with King's Flare. So there we go, nice. And that is it, guys. That is how to take out the Arendelle wolf boss. Cool fight, managed to finish him off. Hopefully that helps you out, and if it does, drop us a like below. You can also subscribe to the channel if you haven't already with the links on the left hand side, and hit that bell button if you want to get notifications for all of our videos as they come out. You can check out the rest of our series with Kingdom Hearts 3 with the links on the right hand side. Leave any comments below and I will catch you next time.